Boosie claims that his civil rights were messed over. Well, at least his lawyers do. And they made the case. Exclusive, baby. Boosie badass lawyers say his civil rights may have been violated in gun case. The lawyers call into question how his client was arrested for the same type of gun charge right after his case was dismissed. Boosie Badass is currently facing charges of being a felon in possession of a firearm. He was originally charged with the same crime in San Diego Superior Court after being stopped in May. On Wednesday, June 14th, he was able to get that charge dismissed. However, once he left the courtroom, Courthouse News reports he was arrested again by federal agents for having a firearm in his possession. His lawyers think something doesn't seem right. Boosie defense lawyer Megan Blanco said her client was being harassed and should have been protected by the Petite Policy. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, the Petite Policy is an internal Justice Department policy that regulates the initiation of federal prosecutors in two situations. Under the policy, according to DOJ, defendants who are prosecuted by a state will not be prosecuted for federal crimes arising from the same act, except when there is compelling federal interest, and then only with the approval of an assistant attorney general. The policy also prohibits separate prosecutors for different federal offenses committed during the course of a single criminal episode. Again, unless an assistant attorney general approves. The goal is to ensure defendants are not targeted unjustly by law enforcement. Blanco calls his arrest very unusual. With this arrest, the court has decided to keep him in custody until Tuesday, June 20th. Another lawyer for Boosie, Damon Altman-Murray, says his client is being singled out because he's famous, has a big voice online, and has used that voice to critique the criminal justice system. I think some of this has to do with that. I think some of this has to do that he's, quote, outspoken on social media. Altman-Murray said, ultimately, Boosie has a First Amendment right, and with this First Amendment right, he has the right to speak out. Yeah, that sounds good, except for that's exactly how it's always went. I want y'all to look at something real quick. There are times when the state will drop charges of felony weapons incidents based on specific federal laws involved in these matters that take precedence. Sometimes the individual accused of the crime has other convictions similar that may increase penalties for convictions and may keep the person in jail or prison longer than the state. In these instances, the state may have little evidence to support the charges, but the federal agency may proceed for these crimes. At that point, the state may drop the charges and the accused will face a federal court for the same or slightly altered charges for the same crime. In rare situations, the state and federal law enforcement agencies will work together to determine the best course of action against a criminal accused of felony weapon crimes, depending on the severity, the factors, and all elements involved in these situations. The state law enforcement agency will work with a federal agency, such as Federal Bureau of Investigation, to determine which charges are valid, and what agency will take the matter to court. With cooperation, the state may drop the charges after cooperating in the investigation so that the federal agency will remand the accused to a federal court. That's a bingo. Hopefully it works though. Listen, hopefully it works, but bruh, they drop it so that the feds can get it for more severe penalties. It is what it is. Now, do I hate it? Of course. Do we hate it? Of course. But it just is what it is at this point. Hopefully Boosie gets free. Hopefully you're all right, bro. We don't want to see our rappers, entertainers, and everything like that go to jail. We just don't. But at certain times, in certain spaces and places, bro, This just happens, man. And unfortunately, it's Boosie's time. Now, what I will say is exhaust all means. Whatever rights, whatever things and stuff like that, bruh, cool. But as it stands right now, bro, it don't look good for Boosie. It look like it's over. But y'all have this glimmer of hope to say maybe that wasn't the same thing in his back pocket. So maybe y'all have something that looks similar. But the problem with that is they already have a weapon. And if they put in those same jeans and everything like that, it's going to look identical. So find something that y'all can say, hey, that wasn't even his or nothing like that. But the location of the guns and stuff like that, bro, it just looked bad. I don't understand how, one, y'all got the location of the guns and y'all just didn't, for whatever reason in y'all mind, decide to say, hey, you know, I think I should put this with the damn bodyguard while we getting pulled over. It's all right to keep on driving a little bit, to drive into a lit area and stuff like that, to put your arms and all this stuff outside the window and go, hey, this whatever. Last time I got pulled over, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. Now, I legally carry, but I didn't give a damn. I had my guns right there on my passenger seat, and I told them, we going to a damn gas station that's lit up. Because the cops understood, well, I'm not gonna get away in this expensive ass car. Like that just wasn't gonna make sense. Like, you're the only one in the whole entire state and I got Cali plates on my car. But either way that go, man, subscribe, turn on that bell to stay notified, share to keep your people aware. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Do you think he really has a case? Or it's just you gotta do something, because if you don't do anything, you're just laying down and taking it. Let me know your thoughts on this one. And if you have not hit that subscription bell, let me get you to hit that. Sound good? Clips. All right, man, so y'all know we just hit 1,000 subs. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Help us out. I'll catch y'all at the 10,000 sub mark. New video dropped in. New outro.